Today we're going to be doing a how I edit aesthetic YouTube videos on iMovie video, and also a little bit of how I make aesthetic thumbnails with my iPad. So I've gotten a couple of requests to do this type of video. I did make one of these a while ago, so if you want to check that one out, that one has more of the basics of like cutting and music and just getting your basics of the video plus some extra fun stuff. But this video is going to be jam-packed of how I make my own green screens and cute iPad animations and just little extra things to make your videos super cute and aesthetic with just iMovie and a little bit of other stuff that's all free. So I'm going to put timestamps all along the bottom of the screen so you can just scroll through the video to different sections that you're interested in. You can skip ahead if there's anything that you really want to learn. This is going to be a very condensed video. I can't really go too in-depth into everything because this video would be like 1,000 hours long, so please let me know if you want me to do a video specifically talking about any one thing. So before we get started, I just want to say that this is just how I edit. It's just what I've come to do after literally trial and error and, you know, hacking my way through trying to make my videos look better. If you don't like this style, that's totally okay. You do not need to do it. It's just how I do it. I'm also going to have a playlist linked above and below for you all. That is my playlist about YouTube advice, being a small YouTuber, etc. So if you have not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. We are just the best YouTube family ever. We're all so sweet. Yeah, we just have like all the good vibes over here and we would absolutely love to have you. So make sure you subscribe so you can come and we can all chat in the comments and have the best time every Monday and Friday. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about and kind of show you all how I do is my green screens. So I make my own green screens because iMovie is very limited in terms of like what titles you can use, what fonts are built in, and honestly it's just not cute. And I really wanted to figure out how to simply make my own and choose my own like fonts that went with my style and could make my videos look cohesive and super cute. So the way I do this is by making my own green screens. So I use the website PicMonkey, but you can also use free versions. Canva is really awesome, so you can use Canva, it's amazing. So you're going to start with a blank canvas that is the size of a thumbnail, so 1280 by 720 pixels, and then make that a bright green color, like the most obnoxious lime green that you can find. And this is everything that's lime green is not going to be visible when you put it in your video. So I like to do this for adding titles. So for example, if I'm doing like a morning routine, I'll put like good morning or like maybe the date and time, like just as a timestamp. I think it looks cute in vlogs, and I will always use the same fonts to kind of go with my brand. So if you're wondering what fonts I use for my videos and my thumbnails, I use Arial Bold Italic for most things, and then also a scripty font called Shorelines Bold that I will put right here. And then if you want to put it into your video on iMovie, you can just save your new green image, import it into iMovie, or just drag it right in there and then add it on top of whatever video you want it to be shown in, and then select green screen so that the green part disappears. And there you go, you have your own custom titles, little pictures. Really, you can be super creative with this, and personally I just find this is the easiest way to add your own custom fonts and titles and just everything that iMovie does not have already built in a simple way. It's just the thing that works best for me, so I hope that is helpful. Okay, so here are some examples of clips from my vlogs, etc. that I've used green screens to make. So like this study and this little next day title are all made with green screens, as well as this little recipe, just to give you some ideas of what you can do. So the next thing I want to talk about is a little bit more of a basic idea, but I think it's really important, and I don't think I've really talked about it before, and that is your video flow. So honestly, I'm still learning about this and I'm not super great at it yet, but this is just how you are kind of cutting your video together to make the story and honestly just make your video interesting. Like I said, not an expert at all, still figuring it out, but I just wanted to throw out there that you should definitely be watching your favorite vloggers and YouTubers and creators and really just looking at how they make their videos. Like, instead of just watching, kind of focus on where they're cutting. Like, are they cutting to the beat of the music? Do they have really long intros or really short videos that get right into the content? And honestly, just like editing, where I just like jump into it and try to figure it out, this is how I try and learn how to make my videos better, is by watching people that I admire. Okay, next, going to another cute aesthetic graphic design thing, we're going to talk about iPad doodles for your video. This is something I just started doing. I'm definitely not an expert at all, but I'm figuring it out, and I think it's a super cute, trendy way to add little details to your videos. So you are going to need an iPad for this. I actually do not own an iPad, but my dad has one, and I low-key just like steal it when I want to make stuff. You can also do this on a phone, but I will say I think it's a little harder because the screen is small, but you can totally try that if you would like to. So to make the squiggles, I'm going to use the same premise as the green screen, but do it in a handwritten way. So the app I use is called Sketchbook. I believe it's free and you can just download it. And then I also have a stylus. I do not have an Apple Pencil because those things are expensive, but if you do have an Apple Pencil, this would be perfect for this. So I use the app Sketchbook, and I just open that up and make a new project. Again, you guessed it, a green screen. So I just make a new green screen and then select the little paintbrush tool in the color that I want. I almost always do white, and then I just zoom in on the green screen and start writing. I just find that zooming in makes your handwriting look a lot better because you have more space to work with, and you can zoom out and see how it goes. Obviously, I am not perfect at this. I edit it out a lot and have to erase things, but you can just do this and make cute titles. Like, I like to do, sometimes I like to do like days of the week if I'm doing like a week-long vlog, and make a little title for each day, which is really cute. And this is just an easy way to add some personalization to your video because it's your handwriting, which is so cool, and I love how it looks. So just like the ones that I made on my computer, after you're done drawing on it, you can just save it to your iPad and then import it to your computer, and then just drag it right into Imovie just like we did before, and make sure you select the green screen function over your clip so that all the green disappears and just your handwriting is left. So in the same vein of the handwritten little doodles on your video, I also have a way that I figured out how to make a quote-unquote animation. It's kind of like a cheat animation, okay? I'm not saying I actually know how to animate things, but you're gonna start with the same premise as the green screen doodle that we just talked about. So once you have that, you can make a new layer. You're just trying to make sure that you're drawing the same thing over the original drawing, but it does not have to be perfect. In fact, it looks better if it's imperfect, and they are pretty different. So then if you want to make a little video of a little squiggle effect, you can screen record this and just unhide and rehide the layers. I know this doesn't make sense, and it's probably a very backwards way of doing it, but it's just how I figured out how to do it, and I'm obviously still figuring out what the best way to do it is. But you can screen record that as a video and then just do the same thing, save it to your iPad, and then put it right into Imovie, and there you go. You have a little like dancing font thing. I don't know if that made sense, but I hope that's helpful. Okay, so for the next part of this video, we're going to be talking super quickly about thumbnails. Again, I'm not going to go really in depth, so if you would like a more in-depth version of just maybe talking about thumbnails or something else, please comment that down below and I will make sure to make that video for you all. So really quickly, how I make my thumbnails is I kind of have figured out my thumbnail style a little bit, so I'm going to show you some of my thumbnails right here. So I kind of have a similar color palette and all of them the same font, and honestly I really like making thumbnails. I think they're so fun. So I import all my photos into PicMonkey. Sometimes I like to make little collages, but in this thumbnail that I'm making, I am just making a little fort. So I just like to arrange those in a way that looks good and try and make them even, and then I will save that to my computer. So then I'll actually go to the iPad. So this is going to be doing the same thing that we did with the little video green screens we were making. So I just take my stylus again and just make a new layer and zoom in and write whatever I want on there. So this one I got a new book, so I was like writing new book and I like to do little doodles of like stars or like highlight around different objects in the picture. I just think it's really cute, so you can do this and just save it. So after you've added all of your little sketches and doodles, you can just save it and boom, you have your thumbnail. So that was a really fast, very condensed video all about how I make my YouTube videos and how I make my thumbnails. Again, if you want a more like of a basics version of this video, I will have the one I made a while ago linked down below so you can check it out. But yeah, let me know what other videos you would love to see from me. I am so excited to make more, and also like Christmas videos. I know it's early, but I'm really excited. So if you love vlogs and college productivity content and just kind of behind the scenes of us, you know, trying to figure out how to be YouTubers, how to be influencers together, I love making that kind of content. So just being productive, being a boss, or like trying to be. That's the goal. So if you love those things, please make sure you subscribe, hang out with us in the comments. We're like the best YouTube family ever, and I will see you all in my next video. Okay, love you lots. Bye.